How's it going, people? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews. Impact Wrestling just had a show. I'm going to talk about that. Also, Raw. Yeah, I know I'm late, but who really cares? It was an awful show. Didn't watch it. Just going over the highlights of the Elimination Chamber. So, Impact, let me just say this. Solid show, not where it needs to be. Sanjay Dutt on commentary. Look, he's not the worst commentator I've ever seen. Then again, he's not what the commentary table needs because Josh Matthews is already like the play-by-play guy, and two play-by-play guys is just automatic sleep. Nobody cares about the commentary. They need a color guy, somebody that really stands out as far as personality. Not knocking Sanjay, it's boring when you have two guys like that. So the first match is Ichimori and Matt Sydal versus Phantasmo and who's the other guy? Oh, that new Indian guy. Root. It doesn't even matter. Sanjay, not Sanjay, damn. Indian guys and their weird names. But Matt Sydal and Ichimori win. Ichimori hits that gut buster, and then Matt Sydal hits the picture perfect shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. And then he's backstage, namaste, whatever. He's like, I can feel the energy. I'm drawing energy from Ishimori, my spiritual advisor. It's a little character development for Matt Sydal, which I really can't be offended about. Moving on past that, you get, let's see, Sydal, let's see, that match. Oh, yeah, Austin Aries backstage talking about how he won the belt. Eli Drake comes in. I want the belt back, blah, 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 blah. They're going to have a match next week, a rematch. Then you have, okay, this recap shit. I really hate this recap shit from on Impact where they're showing old matches and like kind of filling time. I hate that. They really need to let that go. I know they're trying to sell the network, but it just feels lazy and cheap. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. It feels cheap. Then, see, my candidate for Entries of the Week, the Cult of Lee in their LAX get up. They defeat this jobber tag team. And when I say defeat, I mean that slightly because even though they win the match with what did they win the match with? Oh yeah, a stuck pile driver. It was a competitive match. Now I know people are gonna say, oh, they got kind of Jimmy Russell by jobbers. That's what happens in a fight, or I'm doing quotation, a fight. You just don't steamroll over people. There are people put up a little bit of resistance. So that's one thing I kind of respect about Impact. Even though they have jobber matches, they still allow the people to get their shit in. LAX comes on Titantron or whatever, and they're like, hey, we're mad at you guys because you stole our flags and you got these problems now or whatever. So cultively, LAX, cultively, obviously far superior to LAX in terms of character and just overall entertainment. Let's just face it, LAX has, it's just become boring now. I mean, you don't know anything about the other guys. I tried to give it a chance, but Conan, even though his promos are good, is kind of getting repetitive. It's getting into that Paul Heyman shit now. He's not saying the same thing, but it's in the same vein. I'm a gang member. No, you're not. You're like 60 years old, so whatever. Then you have the next thing where you have Allie. She's backstage with Kiera Hogan getting ready for her match, and Allie gets this big Valentine's Day card, and it's like from a secret admirer or whatever. Then you have Kiera Hogan versus Laura Van Ness. Whatever match. It kind of like mirrored last week where Kiera Hogan got her ass completely kicked for the majority of the match and got a little hope spot in the match. But in the end, Laura Van Ness wins the match with Unpretty. And I don't even know how you go from Laura Van Ness having a curb stomp as a finisher, and now she's using the curb stomp as a setup move. How is a curb stomp less than like an Unprettier? Like an Unpretty is just like a reverse DDT, whereas a curb stomp is a fucking curb stomp. You can't like reverse those. Like just by logic, oh, the curb stomp should the unprettier. Just how it goes, it should set up the curb stomp because you're already putting the person's face into the mat. They go down, run to the ropes, curb, but you're doing it backwards. You curb stomp them, pit them up, and it made no sense at all. Let's see, what's the other one after that? Oh yeah, LAX, not LAX, but OVE attacked Bobby Lashley. Last week they said they had bigger fish to fry. Sami Callihan versus Bobby Lashley. I'm game for that. I mean, that sounds like a hard-hitting affair, especially when you think about Lashley leaving the company. And then at Sami Callihan getting into the world title picture, what better way to put him over and get him established in Impact than to have Sami Callihan beat Lashley in a match? Let's see, blah blah blah. Oh, you had the debut of Hanaya. She's fucking hot. Not only she can and she wrestled, but like really fucking hot. Like face, she had like a. Just look at the video. Just look at like Hanaya. She like I don't really want to talk about the match. Just Hanaya's fucking hot. Rosemary came in after she won, and they're gonna have a match. It's kind of devastating because Hanaya, as you already know, she came there to Impact, and now she's leaving, so she's not going to be a steady member of the roster. So it's like it's a waste to say the least. And then you have the Fatal 4-Way: Moose, EC3, Patron, Impact. This match started out slow, it got pretty good toward the end, and then Impact wins while roll up on EC3. So in 2 weeks he's gonna face either Eli or Austin Aries for the world title. Like I said, solid show. Nothing really to write home about unless you count maybe the last 10 minutes of the main event. I don't know. Like I said, Impact needs a really huge shout out. Oh yeah, Anaya definitely something to talk about. But yeah, let me talk about Raw. I'm not gonna go over the whole thing. I'm just gonna talk about the women's elimination chamber and some of the things that surround that. First of all, the women are in the elimination chamber just throwing in that bitch. Like they don't have to qualify, and then you have 2 women from Absolution. Why? Why? First of all, Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville do not deserve to be in the elimination chamber without at least winning a match. So that's just stupid offhand. And then you have Nia Jax, who you would think would be in the elimination chamber, but no, she has a match with Asuka at elimination chamber, and she wins. She gets into the match with Asuka against the champ. What has Nia Jax done, honestly, to even deserve a spot like that? It's not like she was dominant in the Royal Rumble. She was the last person with Asuka. I would say if it was Nikki Bella, I could probably see that a little bit better. Or Michelle McCool because she threw out the most people. But to give it to Nia Jax, what in the dumb fuck is that shit? First of all, take out Mandy Rose. Put Nia Jax in there. And then I look at the roster. I understand why. I know why they did this because they don't have enough women to probably make matches. Obviously, Les Bliss will be in there. But why is Bayley in there? Because the roster is so short and they don't have enough women to, I guess, match up. That's sad too. They don't have enough women to at least do. They don't even have at least 10 women to do 5 matches, so that it looks decent for these women to be in there. They're just basically giving away elimination chamber spots, and they don't have the biggest woman there. They give Nia Jax like I said, a meaningless match that she doesn't deserve. I just can't wrap my brain around that one. And then you have the qualifying matches for the men. Of course, they did it for Roman Reigns because, for one, Bray Wyatt is a fucking joke. For 2, Roman Reigns is the almighty God that Vince loves. And for 3, I guess because it's Roman Reigns. Uh, Roman Reigns is... they're trying to hide the fact that, oh, it could be any one of these guys. But we all know it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, granted, we could get John fucking Cena. I doubt it would be Finn Balor. It all points to Roman Reigns. Then you had Apollo Crews versus The Miz. Really? Like, okay, again, I have to go to the what the fuck has he done to deserve a spot to even qualify in the Elimination Chamber? The Miz, okay, he deserves at least a qualifying spot, and also to be in it. But what Apollo Crews? I wonder who's going to win that match. Then you have by far the stupidest one, and I'm going to end the video with this one. It was John Cena versus Braun Strowman versus Elias. Triple threat. These guys have already won their spot for the Elimination Chamber. And the stipulation, I almost had to double check when I saw this. I said to myself, that's so stupid. Nobody probably wrote that. But they did. The stipulation is whoever wins gets to go last in the Elimination Chamber. For one, it's stupid because it takes away the element of surprise and shock and awe of the Elimination Chamber, because the Elimination Chamber is random. You have 2 guys that start. And then you have the thing where it like pops up overhead and it's like lights. You're like, okay, who's going to get in? Who's going to get in? Who's going to get in? You get in. Now, if you know that, hey, Elias is the last person to go in, that means you know that he's never going to get in until then. So it takes away that surprise factor, that coolness. What would have been a better stipulation would be, hey, the winner doesn't have to go first, but the 2 guys who lose or don't get the pinfall, they have to start the match, meaning they would be in the match for a longer time, decreasing their chances to win the match. But no, because WWE is stupid, they put out a stupid... It basically ruins the match. Obviously, Elias is not going to win the Elimination Chamber because he has a date with a John Cena AA either now or at WrestleMania. So, and by the way, Braun Strowman, be lucky you are a tween, because from what I saw in that match, John Cena is still Superman. Braun Strowman, he's flipping over cars, semi-trucks. 1AA, this motherfucker is out for the entire match. I mean, Braun Strowman, he's taking L5, spears. 1AA is over. It's a wrap for you, son. Oh, boy. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you guys later, and hopefully I can get to do Raw reviews a little bit more, consistently and quick and closer to the Monday. But, life happens. Whatever. So, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.